What is going on, everybody? It's Mons here, and for this video, Death Battle, One Punch Man, Saitama versus Popeye the Sailor Man. Oh my god, that's so weird to say out loud. I used to watch Popeye when I was real little. Like, Popeye was what got me into eating spinach. Like, I literally used to have, like, a bag of cold spinach and just watch Popeye and eat it like popcorn. I kid you not. But this death battle is going to be a weird one. I think it's the case of, like, a parody and a gag character kind of thing. Because that's been a debate for a long time. But at the same time, I gotta actually think about these characters. So before I just say anything to do with Popeye, Saitama obviously, like, I haven't read the manga of One Punch Man, so I don't know if he fights anybody stronger than Boros, and one serious punch is what it took to kill Boros, and I know, like, there's no specific scaling of Boros, and I know Boros has gone from life wiper on Earth to star level at max power. Like somewhere between that is where Boros stands. But at the same time, Saitama's ridiculously strong and all that. And I don't know if he has actually even tried yet in a fight in the manga. I haven't heard a damn thing. Don't spoil it. But although this is probably going to spoil whatever greatest feat he has. And then Popeye, while it's been like 2 decades since I've watched anything related to Popeye, I heard some of the stuff that he does, such as, like, the craziest thing I believe someone said, and this is totally cartoon gag right here, is that God turned off the universe and Popeye was still there. Something like that. Some crazy thing like that. I'm like, yeah, Popeye's gonna win if that's an actual thing. Because, Popeye does crazy things just because it's, like, just how his world works, is how he works, is weird, but let's find out. I'm thinking Popeye's gonna win if what I heard about him is true. Because, like I said, like, I used to watch Popeye, but it's been many, many, many years. But this is gonna be a weird fight either way.
Saitama, the One Punch Man. Popeye, the Sailor Man.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Versus West. Old versus new. Healthy eating versus basic exercise. These two warriors may seem
Oh, that's true, huh?
but their unassuming exteriors belie impossible strength. He's whiz and I'm boomstick. And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Man.
Life is pain.
Man, I need to rewatch the old One Punch Man show.
During our brief sojourn on this tiny blue marble are what make us human.
The animation in this show was something spectacular.
Without them, we are lost. Yeah, it's a little early in the day for an existential crisis, but luckily I came prepared. For this failed salaryman, all it took to get that fiery passion back was to save this butt-chin child from a crab monster in underwear. That was a sentence. This man was Saitama, and he was going to be...
This show's so dumb, but so good.
His body beyond its limits and shattering the boundaries of humanity. So hard, his frickin' hair fell out. Saitama's strength grew exponentially day by day, with the goal of becoming the greatest hero who ever lived. And much to his horror, that's exactly what he got. All it took was one punch. Damn it! He became too strong. He became the one, the only, the infamous Cake
Baldy.
But anyone who's cool knows him as One Punch Man. As in, he can't help but beat almost every opponent he's faced in exactly one punch. One friggin' punch. And this is a universe with some pretty whacked out monsters. Like a giant who's over a quarter of a kilometer tall and can stomp city-sized craters into the earth. Or an Esper who can effortlessly pull giant meteors from outer space. Or a Monster King who shaved off a continent from the Earth's surface and lifted it into the stratosphere.
What?
Broken so much
Okay, Monster King's strong.
During their battle, that same Monster King absorbed this huge chunk of the Earth's fired it at Saitama, who blocked it by squirt gunning some lava at it. The lava he was bathing in, naked. And then he punched him. Surprise. Saitama's created after images.
Okay, so that's what's gonna happen to him, I guess.
Arts master with his butt and survived the inhospitable vacuum of space after being kicked all the way to the moon and before jumping back to Earth in about 16 seconds. That's 8% the speed of light. Kinda like the time he blocked attacks from this alien dude who stated to move near light speed or punch so fast his fist starts to blue shift. You know, that thing that happens when you approach the speed of light? Saitama utilizes absurdly...
That's the thing I like about Saitama. He's not like too ridiculously fast because he has no energy-based stuff. He's literally just a strong dude.
Consecutive normal punches. Are you kidding me? Those are his attack names? What kind of self-respecting anime protagonist is he? Plain and simple, he's a satire.
One that names him.
His journey from the beginning and enjoying his struggle to the top, we join him when he's already there. Basically, imagine if Goku went Super Saiyan in his fight against Jackie Chun. Kinda sucks all the drama out of it, doesn't it? And that's the point. Far from the power fantasy the genre is known for, Saitama's life became an existential nightmare. Without suitable conflict, the struggle that had heretofore defined him became meaningless. His new reality was inescapably boring. Which is really saying something when he can decimate mountains without even hitting them. Or shatter asteroids that rank a 9 on the Torino scale. For those not in the Torino, that's equal to 1 trillion tons of TNT. This guy's training must have been insane.
The hell? I think that was a bug. Was this copyrighted? It may have been copyrighted. Hold on a second.
You've got to be shitting me. It doesn't make sense.
I think that was copyrighted. Oh, man.
To be fair, though, to someone who isn't already a
That's funny.
or athlete, keeping that workout routine every day for years is pretty much impossible. Well, 100 push-ups and sit-ups are technically doable, especially if you space them out. Doing 100 squats and then running half a marathon every single day would absolutely destroy your leg.
I actually remember that someone did that. Like, 10K a day would destroy you.
Repair themselves more durable than before. This repair process requires hydration, consuming protein and carbohydrates, and lots of sleep. But Saitama's workout schedule doesn't give them time to repair, which means he was basically just ripping himself to shreds over and over and over. After a few days, he shouldn't even have been able to move, but he just kept going. There might be an explanation. Take the brilliant scientist Dr. Genus, whose half-century of research into evolution Saitama erased in, well, one punch. According to Genus's hypothesis, Saitama's training broke his limiter. Basically, every living thing on Earth has a limit to their natural abilities. At some point, no matter how badass they are, they'll plateau. Wait a minute. Have I peaked? I gotta go to the gym. Well, Saitama trained so hard, he literally defied the laws of nature and reality. It just breaks the logic of his work. He crushed the entire field of evolutionary biology in the palm of his hand. And while he has stated that his strength did eventually stop growing, it's pretty clear he's never gotten close to showing it off in full. Such as when he fought the godlike alien conqueror Lord Boros, and finally broke out his serious punch. A blow where he punches a little harder than normal. And reflected Boros' Star Wars cannon. Hey, see, that's an attack name. An energy blast that was going to blow up the friggin' planet. That's over 50 zettatons of TNT.
Yeah.
A quadrillion of the world's
Okay, so they're going World Buster for that attack.
obvious and overwhelming power. Saitama's accomplishments were never officially recognized. As if no one in their right minds could believe a psych ward Charlie Brown could save the world. Well, he doesn't seem to mind. Almost as if being removed from anything resembling conflict gave him a perspective on how tropey and contrived his world is.
Genos.
Saitama's the only one in on the joke, because who cares about how far up their own ass a supervillain is when you can just chill at home with your buds and play video games?
King.
Real lesson all along. Not to value our lives based on our accomplishments, but on the time we spend living and enjoying life's simple pleasures. I'll leave that to Saitama, and I can't think of anything more pleasurable than punching so hard my name becomes a byword for literally unbeatable. The dude is the undisputed king of broken anime characters, because until Saitama finds his equal, he's gonna end all his fights in one punch!
Oh my god! I think they actually got copyrighted. Like these scenes are.
Popeye the Sailor Man, hero, adventurer, sailor, man. Many
Oh
people
man, that
build
brings
and
me
pack
back.
Marlboro factories every day.
Like I used to
If you ever
really
wondered
be in the
what the
cartoons when I
original
was
set
little,
sounds like, you can
and
say,
now I'm technically still in the cartoons.
how exactly do you
Toot
know?
toot.
Never mind. Popeye's origins are humble. Born to the cruelly named Croup Deck Pappy, Popeye was immediately upon birth horrifically ugly. So ugly, his father fled in embarrassment of his spawn and never returned. So Popeye grew up with a chip on
Damn.
his shoulder and a pop in his eye, especially after discovering his higher calling, beating the snot out of people. Don't worry, Popeye's fists are righteous, only spilling the snot of those who deserve it. Inspired by his adopted father, Whaler Joe, Popeye set out to put his combat prowess to the
The
test
heck?
and join the Navy, becoming a true sailor man. It was there he learned the sweet science of boxing and do battle against World War II era racial stereotypes. Being non-specific, not just for sensitivity, but because there are so many examples. Originating in the
Yeah.
era of rubber hose animation, Popeye's body is essentially made of, well, rubber, able to stretch, twist, squish, and squash any way he likes. Or rev up his arm for a punch that'll knock you around the planet. Popeye's punches are fascinating, since they can disincorporate their targets into composite elements, like turning anchors into fishhooks, an alligator into handbags, and several Native Americans. You know, I don't even want to know. He's a cartoon. He can basically do whatever he wants.
Oh no.
Pull a canyon closed, punch bolts of lightning out of the air, and even give the sun a black eye. Judging by the distance the sun is from the Earth, as well as
Oh
the time it
jeez.
took for the high striker puck to reach it, the puck must have been moving at 500 times the speed of light. In order to generate that force, Popeye
Okay, so also based off Saitama, that means that he hasn't fought anybody equal yet.
He somehow occupied two places at once and hit himself. So, was he just born this way? Is being ugly the secret to pulling insane bullshit superpowers out of his ass? Because if so, you might want to get on that, buddy. Ha ha. No. The secret to Popeye's immense physical strength is simply the virtue of nutrition. I knew you'd find a way to make it lame. Specifically, Popeye has spent his life consuming a miracle herb that has turned him from a mere sailor into a veritable god. Spinach. Propaganda straight from the bean counters at Big Vegetable. You'll never get me to eat my greens, damn you! It's only animal flesh and grain alcohol for me! Originating in Persia, Spinacia oleracea is a leafy green
What?
nutrient and antioxidant-rich vegetable that can help prevent cancer and reduce blood pressure. And apparently imbue your biceps with the power of God and anime. A can of spinach contains about 44 calories. When used in Popeye's world, its effects are multiplied. Not only does it immediately increase Popeye's already impressive strength and speed even further, it makes him virtually impervious to harm. It lets him fly,
Oh
turn
man.
invisible, shape-shift his body into literally anything, and even survive the universe getting turned off.
Yeah, okay.
Whatever the hell that thing is apparently God, and he turned off reality in order to kill Popeye and his friends. Because why not? Except guess what? Popeye was fine. Why? Because he eats his spinach. I wonder what its nutritional content is like. Let's find out.
Okay, so that was a thing.
No! A single can of spinach in Popeye's world was once able to grow a beanstalk so tall it reached into outer space, all the way to a nearby solar system, and shattered this stylized yellow star. By measuring the volume of this spinach stalk and including the caloric density of regular spinach, we can calculate one single can of Popeye spinach contains
What?
over 36 octillion calories. That's over 700 octillion times greater than the total calories the average person will consume over their entire life. That's over 46 million Yoda tons of TNT. Enough to destroy, well, a star. Or enough to punch your
Jesus.
annoying neighbor so hard that when they land, they tilt the Earth. By measuring the angle of a planet after tilting,
What?
we determined its axis was adjusted by about 13 degrees in less than a second. That's a speed of about 1.8 million meters per second. I wonder, is that enough to power a rocket ship so fast it travels backwards in time? Yeah, because that happened. I only know of one type of herb that'll take you through. Whatever kind of spinach it is, it sure ain't normal. Not true. Popeye doesn't consume so by the audience in the real world watching his cartoon. Summon cans to his side by whistling for them, praying to gods, painting them into reality, or just waving his hand. The dude has literally been disintegrated into nothingness. Then his nothingness grabbed a spinach can out of nowhere and ate it. Nothing ate it. His nothing. And then he came
It's
back.
nothing. What the
He
hell
even
is?
punched so hard he tears the film strip he's being animated on.
Oh
And
man.
his cartoon to beat the shit out of his own anime. So Popeye's basically fought two different
He could
versions
beat his own
of
animators.
their asses. You know, he's a pretty chill broski considering he's basically a spinach-eating Lovecraftian nightmare. But he's always down for a scrap. So if you decide to antagonize him, be aware you're messing with one of cartoon's all-time heavyweight champions. And for your own sake, eat your fucking vegetables. I'm Popeye the
Oh, that's funny. Like, I'm sorry, Saitama, but I don't think it matters. I don't think it matters how strong you are. I think that's the point that they're gonna make. I don't think it matters how strong he is because he has a set number, whereas nothing. Oh man. Shoot. That's funny. Like, oh, I got nothing. Like Popeye. Popeye's gonna win. Popeye's gonna win. I never thought I'd say like someone's gonna beat Saitama. Well, I can think of several people who can beat Saitama with the knowledge we currently have, but I never thought Popeye would ever be one of them. Oh man, that's funny. It's time for a death battle. Death battle. Woo! Whoa.
Oh man, scrap's always so expensive. No thanks.
Mm.
Can't stand no one bad-mouthing me spinach. Put 'em up, yes, big beluga.
Whatever.
Oof. Let's see what. I don't know where this is gonna go.
Well, blow me down. You ain't got a scratch on yas.
I know, right? Overwhelming strength is so boring.
I can't read that.
I can't read that. What the heck? Oh my god.
A little bit more interesting now.
Oh shit. Oh wow. He hit him so hard he got pixelized.
You sure is one crazy gazookas.
I'm just a guy who's a hero for fun. Who the hell are you?
I am what I am, and that's all what I
Hey. Copyright. He copied Luffy.
You know, I'll think I got that now.
What? Could this please be one of those fights that's never gonna actually have a winner? Like, please. Ugh. Why does it still have water on it? What the heck? What the heck happened to Popeye? God, I don't want to look at it. This is like on the level of, oh my God. Of like Chuck Norris. Death. Spinach.
Amazing! This is amazing! How did you get so strong?
Oh, hey, what's up? It-
What
the,
is that?
the animation kept changing like over and over. Also, I'm recording. Oh yeah, now it's sticks. Oh, now it's 2D. It kept changing over and over depending on how hard they hit each other.
Well, Popeye is a cartoon and his style has changed over time drastically.
My heart's beating so fast.
I think Popeye's winning, and I think Saitama's happy.
Kill them again.
Uh-oh. Yeah, you missed like everything, so we gotta show Mason this later.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just want to check on you.
Okay.
I found it!
Thank you, weird spinach mascot.
Weird spinach mascot. Saitama, no!
Everyone's gonna be pissed about this.
Nah, I think it's fair. Saitama's done crazy things. What? Oh, because
Is Saitama made of eggs?
Oh my God.
By the ferryman. Boop boop.
Oh my God.
I guess you could say that fight was over easy. Wait, except isn't Saitama's whole gag that he can't lose?
It is, but it's more nuanced than that. Despite breaking his limiter, Saitama's strength isn't limitless. He's said so himself.
Breaking his limiter meant his potential strength was likely infinite, but there's nothing left in his world powerful enough to push him to get stronger, like a bodybuilder stuck with 5-pound dumbbells.
He also doesn't possess some magical ability to kill someone in one punch regardless of effort. Powerful adversaries like Boros and Garo have survived his blows repeatedly, albeit briefly, and he's never met anyone quite like Popeye the Sailor.
According to the mangaka, One Punch Man's gag is that Saitama is an anime protagonist at the end of his series, slapped in at the beginning of his series, where he's too strong to have a challenge.
So, if we know Saitama's strength does have a limit, what is it?
We know he can deflect Boros' planet-destroying blast, but he was clearly super casual about it. They have called it his serious punch, but that's the joke. He's only now getting kind of serious.
In order to get as generous a number as possible, let's assume Saitama was exerting the least amount of effort he could to throw that punch. Since he's still technically a human, we can assume the ratio between the least amount of effort possible and the most is relatively consistent with other humans. Let's just say he burned the equivalent of only 1 calorie relative to the strongest punch ever recorded, which was over 1,000 joules.
Oof.
For reference, the average person burns about 1 calorie a minute doing absolutely nothing. So this is assuming Saitama is literally as casual as physically possible.
That'd make his strongest punch about 200 times greater than his weakest. Using Boros' energy blast as a base, Saitama's theoretical strongest punch would be over 11 yotatons of TNT. That's absolutely insane. Enough to annihilate Uranus.
Where do you even find
Forever.
these number names?
It's still far less than Popeye's star-busting power, which was millions of times greater. Sure, this is only an estimate. We don't know Saitama's full strength exactly. But the point is, whatever it may be, it can be measured.
That's right, but trying to compare them with just numbers isn't the whole story.
While Saitama can break his world fairly easily, it's still a semi-realistic world that generally obeys the laws of physics.
Popeye in his world, on the other hand, can't really be measured at all. The dude's occupied 2 places at the same time, ripped the film strip he's animated on, and knocked out the guy drawing him. Can't do math to figure that out. Popeye's just
True,
on a
I've
whole other
seen
level
that.
of bullshit.
Yeah.
Even if Saitama was strong enough to kill Popeye in 1 punch, Popeye has survived being fully
Oh yeah, like the fight literally starts with him blowing up Popeye with a punch, and then he eats spinach from his dead body. Eats spinach, and then they keep fighting.
Oh yeah, Popeye has resurrected multiple times.
Like, it was so funny because I was like, oh my God.
Finish the job in 1 punch.
Saitama was shenanigans. If
Yeah.
Nothing could match the One Punch Man. Now you know Popeye's spinach can.
I don't, man. Do I have a bad sense of humor that those last minute gags always get me?
Yes.
Coming soon. What's next? Is that Tanjiro? Akira? Something Star Wars?
I'll say this, sweetie.
Oh boy.
You laugh easily so much, you could probably do a try not to laugh challenge and fail miserably like Markiplier.
Alright. Fun. You gotta call me out to my fans, though. Alright, so I'll leave that there. That was fun. That was actually a good death battle. That's good. That was actually a really good finale for the year. And there's apparently Tanjiro, Star Wars, and somebody else I already forgot who is coming back next year. So I'll leave it there. I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like you did. See you in the next video. Peace out.